guys, so I'm back. It's been a while since my last video, and I thought that I would do an update, sort of a May favorites, because I've been trying some new things in my natural lifestyle, and I'd love to give you a bit of an update so that maybe you can try them too. So I'm just gonna jump right in. I really want this video to be shorter than the last one. Bear with me. Okay, so I think that my favorite product this month was a bit of a creeper, in the sense that if you had asked me last month, what's your favorite oil, I would not have said coconut oil. Now I know that it is sort of like beating a dead horse, because everybody just goes on and on all the time about coconut oil, but it really is that amazing. I have decided that I love it because it is probably one of the best makeup removers I have ever used. It removes mascara even really nicely. Not waterproof, but I don't generally wear waterproof because I wear a natural mascara. So this works wonders, this coconut oil. I have used it in my hair as a moisturizing treatment, and also to detangle. I was watching YouTube, and this one I guess YouTuber, Sunkissed Alba, she has a bunch of different videos on how to take care of curly hair, and I was just obsessed with them because she just has the most gorgeous hair. Seriously, I'll link her below. Check her out because her hair is fierce. But one of the things that she recommended was to detangle your hair with your fingers instead of using a brush. And that made a lot of sense to me, because anybody who has curly hair, you know, it's so hard to brush curly hair. It's impossible to brush it when it's dry, practically. And everybody's always on and on about how brushing your hair when it's wet is really unhealthy for it, blah, blah, blah. They obviously have straight hair, but anyways, she uses this finger detangling method where she basically puts coconut oil in her hair and gently pulls apart the hair so that it's detangled. And I thought it would take forever, but actually it probably takes about the same amount of time as using a regular brush, because with a regular brush you have to be really gentle to not pull your hair out, right? So I guess it kind of works out to be the same. So coconut oil, you can use it for so many things. It's just, oh, it's marvelous. It's marvelous. And I've been trying out some new natural makeup this month as well, mostly from the All Natural Face. Now, I heard about this brand from the YouTuber I Love Jessie 444. I'll link her below as well. And she's been a really great resource to me because she wears exclusively natural makeup and uses exclusively natural products on her skin and body. And honestly, she has just like a laundry list of things that she's tried, and I just find her to be a really reliable source. And she's always going on and on about the All Natural Face, which is a natural makeup brand, and the prices are so reasonable. They're basically drugstore prices, probably even less than drugstore prices, because last time I was in drugstore and was looking around, it just feels like the prices are creeping up and up and up. Do you feel like that? But anyways, so that's a bit of a tangent. So the All Natural Face, like I said, drugstore prices, and they have decent quality stuff. I ordered a bunch of different samples. That's another thing that I'm starting to really love about natural beauty brands, is oftentimes they will do samples for very, very like minuscule prices. I think I believe the eyeshadow samples at the All Natural Face are like 35 cents each, and they're this big, which doesn't seem very big, but it's a loose pigment, so that's actually a lot of product for 35 cents. But anyways, I sort of cherry-picked the items that were my favorite, and I think I'm gonna start with one of their blushes. Now, this is the color Persimmon. It's in its sample baggie, so it's not really probably the best representation of their packaging. But I just love this color. It's beautiful. It is sort of like, it's almost like a rusty terracotta color. It's not as orange as terracotta, but it's definitely in that sort of burnt clay realm. And I wasn't expecting this one to be my favorite because it does seem a little bit bright at first, although I don't mind bright blushes. But even for me, I was like, oh, I don't know how that's gonna go on. But I tried it and I just love how it works on my coloring. I think it's really flattering, and the blush itself is beautiful. It lasts really well, and I mean, it's a powder. I've always preferred powder blushes to cream because obviously I have oily skin. So generally speaking, mineral makeup is my homeboy because it stays. The second thing is an eyeshadow. Now, there were several different eyeshadows that I liked, but this one was probably my all-time favorite. And once again, it surprised me. I wasn't expecting to love it. It's called Peach Ice, and I'm gonna open it here for you because it's really hard to see. But it's sort of like this really shimmery light peach color, and normally I don't like really light shimmery colors on my eyes. I just feel like my eyes are kind of round as it is, and white or really light shimmery colors just make them look really bulgy and awkward and make the whites of my eyes look yellow, and I never like the look. I usually prefer a darker contrast at my lid. But for some reason, this particular shadow I can use, and it works as a very, very light contour, and it just looks like my eyelid, but better, and actually a little lighter because I tend to have quite dark eyelids and under eye circles. So it's just very fresh and feminine, and I really like it. So Peach Ice by the All Natural Face. And the last item from the All Natural Face is their vegan eyeshadow primer. This guy is amazing, amazing. I mean, anybody who has oily lids knows that primers are kind of necessary, but all of the conventional primers that I've used, eyelid primers anyway, have been really expensive. The Urban Decay Primer Potion works really well, but it is, I believe it's pushing $40 if I'm not mistaken. Like, it's expensive. And this guy here is approximately $8, $7 or $8. So first of all, it's cheap, which is wonderful, and it actually works. I'm not sure about the full-blown staying power of this. I mean, I don't think any makeup can really be expected to last 8 to 12 hours completely impeccably, but this does a really great job. And I do find that when you're using mineral eyeshadows, at least the loose pigments, a primer is kind of necessary if you want any kind of color payoff, because they do go on very, very sheer. So if you want your color to show true to what it looks like in the pot, you absolutely need a primer. This does wonders for that, and it's natural. So, I mean, how could you go wrong? And for skincare this month, I have to say that tea tree oil has been a rude awakening for me. I have avoided tea tree and its benefits for years. I mean, I have acne prone skin, and it's sort of like the first ingredient on any acne treatments or cleansers in the natural community. And I've avoided it for so long because I hate the smell of tea tree. I do. I hate it. It's very medicinal. It's very herbal. It's a very pungent smell, and I don't like it. So I have just not really ever experimented with it. And then one day, you know, the seasons are changing, so my skin started to get a little oilier, and I didn't have a cleanser to work with it. So I decided to use my Dr. Bronner's Castile, I don't know which one. But anyways, the tea tree soap that I mentioned in my getting started video, I decided to try that as a cleanser, and it worked really well. And also I decided to pick up a little spray here that I saw at my local health food store, and it's a tea tree spray, and it's technically an antibacterial cleanser. It's sort of like, I consider it kind of like a toner because it's in spray form, but it's tea tree and a little bit of peppermint as well, or menthol. Yes, menthol, sorry, same idea. But anyways, it's been so helpful. I mean, my skin has been the worst this month. I mean, May was absolutely catastrophic for my skin, and I'm still recovering. It was my own fault. I pretty much ate my own weight in sugar that month. Like, it's disgusting. And sugar is my skin's kryptonite. If I eat too much of candy, cake, you know, even refined carbs, my skin just hates me. It just absolutely erupts, and it's a problem. And so, you know, basically trying to keep things at bay was the name of the game, because I was not really having a good time, and tea tree was really helpful with that. So this is not my favorite in the sense that it has the menthol in it and it makes my face feel really tingly, and I am not one of those people who enjoys that feeling. I hate it. I hate that tingly cool feeling. So I think I might try and Frankenstein my own eventually with maybe some witch hazel and aloe vera and some tea tree, and keep it in a spray consistency. So I'll keep you posted on that. But tea tree, it's sort of like the nature's equivalent of benzoyl peroxide. That was the only topical that ever really worked for me, and I think it's because it had antibacterial properties. And I think for my skin, it's really a matter not only of what I eat, but also of trying to keep the bacteria at bay. So tea tree, who knew? Everyone except for me, apparently. And lastly, in the sort of skincare realm, I include this as skincare because it's very basic, but it's this lip chap from The Green Kiss. Now, The Green Kiss is a Canadian natural makeup, I guess you could call it, company. They have an online store, and they also have a store within a store here in Victoria. Now, they don't have a wide variety of things that they carry, and I don't actually think that you can get the lip balm online. I think that might be just an in-store marketing tool, actually, but I love it. It works so well, and it's kind of like it's like a glossy balm, and it smells kind of coconutty. I really like it. It has a little bit of zinc oxide in it, so it kind of whitens down my lips a little bit, and I personally like that because my lips naturally are really dark. So it's sort of like a little lip gloss lip balm, and it's very moisturizing, and I like how it smells. I take it with me everywhere. So The Green Kiss, if you're watching, put this on your website. It's great. And one of the other things that I've been using for my body have been Epsom salts. Again, one of those things that's just been around forever, and I feel really boring for including it. Like, all of my favorites are such granny favorites, coconut oil and Epsom salts, but they work. I've had a very stressful May. Very stressful. So Epsom salts in a bath helps my tight muscles just relax. And that shit really works. I didn't necessarily believe in Epsom salts for the longest time. I don't know why. It makes sense, but I was very skeptical about it until one day I tried Insanity. The next day I literally could barely walk. Like, you know, sometimes it's tricky and you have a hard time walking, and then other times you literally can't move. Like, I literally couldn't move, and I was so desperate, had a bath, filled it with Epsom salts, and it was the only thing that gave a modicum of relief. So Epsom salts. And last but not least, I thought I would share my biggest May favorite at the very end. So this is Luca, and he is my absolute favorite this month, or for the month of May, because he came to me at the very end of April. So we've only had a month together, but this little scoundrel has stolen my heart. He's a mini Australian Shepherd, and I got him at a local breeder in town, High Tide Mini Aussies, Sally Keats, I believe you pronounce her last name Keats, and she was just so wonderful. She let me visit him every week after he was born, and he is just the light of my life. So I will link her information below, but I thought you should all meet him because he's such a cutie. And he's part of the reason that I've been needing so many Epsom salt baths, but totally worth it, as you can see. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful May. I'm hoping to do these videos a lot more often now, so I'll try and keep you posted. And as always, let me know if you stumble across something great and green. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!